stream. I've gone through the week, and we are now on the day of the Cambridge United game. The positive we've had is that Scunthorpe and Bolton have already played. Scunthorpe, I believe, won, and Bolton drew, which means they are both on 72 and still can't be separated. But we now have the possibility of going back to 10 points clear again. We're away at Cambridge, which is a very tough game. And we're actually already here, nice and quickly. Love that. Carlisle Forest Green gets postponed. We're not too worried about that one. Our game is on, which is the main thing. Looking at the team for this one, I don't think we're going to change it. This 11 has been very good. Look at this, we're almost clear of injuries. I mean, I might be cursing us here, but look at this. Almost clear. The question is, do we bring Hussey back in? You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to bring Hussey in for Freestone. Other than that, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to start unbalanced. We'll see how it goes. Hussey's first game back after a long-term injury. And he's being thrown into a promotion race that he wasn't in when he got injured. We were not in a promotion race when he got hurt. Simons just loves me at this point, which is great. If anyone in this team wants to love me, please be him, so he can come back and stay with us forever. You stay forever, Mr. Xavier. Can we get off to an encouraging start? Answer, not really. The interesting point in this game is that the 3 top scorers in League 2 are all in this one match. And they're all playing. So, Jane has 20. That's an awful kick. Jane has 20. Lloyd has 19. And Paul Mullin, I mean, that deflection, though. Easy. Paul Mullin for Cambridge also has 20. So, it's it should be a goal fest, really, looking at it like that. We've started terribly. That's great. We've started awful. I'm gonna demand more. Yep, we are getting slapped right now. Nothing they're really doing is going on target, though. So if we can keep possession of the ball at some point, rather than just giving it away, long down the line, Lloyd's come short. Blair's got a bit of room, but he's not really using it. Come on, Serco, miss it. Oh, there we go. I don't even think that was particularly in the corner. I think the goalkeeper's had a bit of a mare there. Liam Serco just hits it hard. And sometimes that's all you've got to do, is just hit it with a bit of power. He has, and it's gone in. I think Mitov's had a bit of a mare there. That's a bad ball from the top scorer. He's still tied top scorer because that was Sercombe that scored. Lloyd's played a terrible pass though, and Blair's had an absolute shocker of a ball as well. Can one of us just get the ball down, please? There we go. Let's get it down. Good. Better. Sercombe. Jane, what a touch. What a block. What a recovery that was. And now we're in trouble. Oh, tackle Ben. Oh. Not sure about that pass, though, when the other striker's that side of you. Sercombe looking for Lloyd. It's gone over the top. I'm not sure Lloyd's onside, though. It's a great finish. He is onside. I wasn't sure he was on, but Lloyd's now joined the group. There's 3 strikers on 20 goals in this game. George Lloyd decides to join them. And I think the only thing you can describe this as is clinical right now. This is clinical. That's our first shot on target that hasn't gone in. As Raglan picks up a yellow, which is always slightly worrying. Doesn't look like they're particularly pushing right now. So I think we can sit as we are. They haven't really caused us too many issues so far. Hussey with an absolutely aimless ball. And this is where we get in trouble. That is a brilliant run from Adam May. What a run that is. How are you supposed to track that? I have no idea. Yeah, look at that. He went advanced playmaker, immediately ran through and scored, and then they put him back on deep line. I don't know how I'm supposed to catch that. Like, that was the fastest change I've ever seen. He was on it for like 0.3 of a second, and then was just back on his other thing. Now he's box to box. He is all over the place. They are making him play everything. Chapman flicks on. Lloyd touch the falls. Oh no. Mullins in. Mullins in. No. Oh no. Oh no. We've bottled a 2-0 lead. I've titled this stream perfectly. We are bottling it completely. It's 2-2. We've been absolutely dominated by Cambridge. We have been battered. But of course it's Paul Mullin. Goes back to top scorer in the league. Ugh. And now it's a corner, because guess what I didn't do? Guess what I didn't do? I didn't reset corners, and we've actually lost. And we've completely deserved to lose. We've been awful. I've titled this stream so accurately, it's unbelievable. We've actually lost. I mean, we were terrible. That was nearly a water bottle. That was nearly the water bottle right there. We've actually... I call the stream bottling it. And we immediately bottle a 2-0 lead from half-time. I mean... I could not have done that any better than I did. Oh, no. Chris Hussey is a legend. It's time for him to go, though. He comes in and we immediately concede 3 second-half goals. Like... Oh, no. Here we go. I've titled the stream perfectly. Welcome to bottling it. Welcome to bottling a 10-point advantage in 8 games. I hope you enjoy my spiralling into anger. Jane's got this, no problem. Jane in good form. He did nothing. Don't tweet about my players. You make them bad. Why? I think we might have lost to Cambridge first time, actually. I think they were secretly the team that I'm never allowed to get anything against. They were just hidden. They were hidden in plain sight. I just didn't know it was them. Have a look, actually. No, actually, we did beat Cambridge first time, 2-0. Thomas and O'Connell. Neither of them played. That's where I made my mistake. That's an under 18. Port Vale with the most defensive formation you've ever seen, apparently. So that's going to be fun. I'm actually fuming. I'm actually fuming. Trying to keep it together, but I'm not happy. The game has turned. It has decided that it is not our year. It wants to tease me. Does love a good tease, this game. I need to do corners though, don't I? I need to reset our corner defending because the game is so reliant on you having a player at the front post and a player in the middle of the 6-yard box, because every single ball goes in there. And when you take that out, you're basically saying to the game, just put the ball right here, please, and just score against me every single time. So I'm going to change it, and I'm going to put a player at the front and a player in the middle. Not 100% sure who to do that with. I suppose I should probably just go with either second tallest, maybe, in the middle. Kind of work it like that. But pretty much almost every goal we concede a corner. So, yeah, I think a couple changes on our corner defending will hopefully at least solve a little bit. We're still 7 clear with 7 to go. So, it's not the absolute end of the world. But just looking at our final 6 games and how difficult they are, 4 of them being teams in the top 6 right now, we still have to play Notts County, Bolton, Scunthorpe and Swindon. It's just annoying. It's so frustrating. That Paul Mullin is incredible. Look at that. Man, if I can buy him. Where am I going? Tactics, that's what I was doing. Defending corners. We'll go there. And go near centre. So we'll do that. And then left. Near centre. Centre. There we go. Okay, so we'll try that. We'll get our centre backs marking kind of the 6-yard box space rather than a man. So hopefully now, when the balls are coming in, we can get one of our centre-backs onto it. I am noticing that our team is not particularly tall. I don't know why I thought we were taller than we are. We're all about like 5'10" to about 6'1" maximum. So we almost do need a taller player. So centre-back is definitely, well, I mean, centre-back was on the cards anyway, because Tozer's about 32 now, 33, and the other 2 centre-backs are on loan. So we're going to need centre-backs anyway next season. So I think we might be looking for some slightly taller centre-backs, but still with one of them being reasonably mobile. So they can play that cover role, because I think it does work, having a covering centre-back. Though it does allow that if your sort of defensive centre-back doesn't win the header and they have two up front, their striker wins the flick on, their other striker can be in behind because he's working on that covering defender. But there's lots of positives and negatives with any setup you do, really. Because if you play a flat line, it's pretty easy to get in behind. If you play cover, again, it can be easy to get in behind. If you play stoppers, you're higher up the pitch. There's more space in behind to just kick it over the top and have somebody run. There's positives and negatives with everything. And we just have to find... Well, I thought we'd found our best way of playing. Maybe we haven't. That's the first time we've scored 2 and lost. I really don't need this to be the time that my defence decides that it's not going to play anymore. I mean, to be fair to Cambridge, they completely deserved that. We got battered. Do I think Jane deserves a call-up? Sure. Is he Gambian? I think he's Gambia. Sure, they can't have that many good players. But here we go again. Port Vale. I'm not even going to look at who Scunthorpe and Bolton are playing. I don't want to worry myself with that anymore. Thomas is going to come in for Serco. Who else? Oh, both centre-backs are tired. Are you kidding me? We're gonna risk Butler. We're gonna have Tozer as backup in case Raglan just passes out from exhaustion. It's not going to end well, is it? It's just not going to end well. Look at that formation. Look at the state of that. What is that? We have a free kick. Somebody on it. There we go. Chapman. I thought that was Lloyd, but okay. Who cares? That's a good start. Simons has decided he is good at free kicks now, and Ellis Chapman heads in. Butler's got a yellow card in 2 minutes. What a start. They've got 3 box-to-box midfielders. I mean, they can. They've got 6 at the back. Those wing-backs are going to get forwards as well. Yeah, they are... I mean, it's an interesting formation. I'll give them that. We're struggling again. We are starting to get a bit battered in matches now. All the possession, and then the other team just gets the ball and runs straight by us. I don't know. Are we starting to get tired? Jane back doing some defensive work. What the hell is that? Oh, Connor, what on earth was that? That was awful. Connor Thomas with an absolutely shocking pass. Look at this. How have they had 38% possession and 9 shots, 5 on target? Someone explain to me how. We are completely bottling this. Never have I titled... I know I haven't really been streaming a whole lot, but never have I titled a stream so accurately because I knew it was going to happen. We've got one on deep lying now. Raglan's going to have to come off as a problem. He's just going to have to. Blair's going to have to come off as well. We've run out of legs. Scunthorpe are losing. That's big. Doncaster, please keep that up. Look how many yellow cards we've got. I feel like we've just gotten lazy. I feel like we just started throwing legs at things. All four of my defenders have yellow cards. Bolton are winning. That's all right. I'm actually okay with that. They're going to score really late on, aren't they? I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. Horribly boring second half where nothing happened. It's just, again, stupid errors. We just keep making such silly mistakes. Like, the Carlisle loss was because my right back just played a pass absolutely aimlessly across his own goal. And then we draw that game because my centre mid just doesn't hit a pass. Fortunately, we're back to 8 points again because Scunthorpe lose. We now have a 2-week break. So, I guess I find something to talk about now. We very much needed this break. We are really starting to run out of legs. We're getting a lot more tired than we were before. Because we almost are relying on a set team a bit more. And there's a reason that we're starting to settle on a set team more. Because I bring somebody in, and Thomas does that. So, yeah. I know what I'm supposed to do, really, because it's either I play my best players and they're tired, or I bring on a backup and he plays a pass like that. So, it's an awkward one. It's difficult to know what to do, but I'll take a point from that, especially with Scunthorpe losing. It's a very useful point. Granted, Bolton close in with a win, but I would happily accept third. If you offer me third now, I'd snap your hand off. Give me it all day. But those were two very, very, very bad performances. We get away with that one. Fined £1,000 for the 6 yellow cards. Whoops. Swindon are already promoted. 6 games to go, and they're already promoted. This Swindon team is amazing. They're on for what, 106 points, potentially? And we've still got to play them. Our running is gonna kill us. Our running is completely gonna do for us. Playing 4 of the top 6 teams in this run-in is absolutely horrible. But then you can look at it and you say that if we win this game, all of a sudden it's 11 points with 5 to go. And you're probably feeling pretty comfortable again. Of course, if we lose this game, it's down to 5 with 5 to go. And you've still got to play 3 more of the top 6. And that's a lot of pressure. So, it's a tricky one. Very, very tricky situation. Just ridiculously tough games. And we've completely bottled these two. These two we needed to get results, and we haven't. So that is problems. Now the real question is, as the other part of the title, when does my youth intake come in? Because I feel like it's normally March, but I could be wrong. Because we now make the wait through the next 2 weeks. Because general team training workload is too low. How are you going to feel it's too low? You're all tired. You're literally one of the players that's apparently tired. Why do you want more training? Surely you'd want less training if he's tired. At least we didn't fully bottle the Port Vale game. At least we got a point. I mean, their formation, that is the definition of boring. That is the definition of 10 at the back and one stood on his own. And we made the mistake and fell straight into the trap of them having everybody back and one player just stood in between the centre-backs. Jane's still in the league lead for offsides. You know, you've got to lead the league in something. We chose offsides. He's only one ahead of Nathan, though, from Crawley. And actually, Spyro's... Wait, what? No, Spyro's not second. He's got less than Nathan. Okay, that's weird. Spyro third with 50. I can see why. Because he looked offside for his goal against us. We're not going to go there. Me in this game and offside goals. I know I could have replays on and I know it would show me the offside line, but I go more for realism. So I don't have replays. I can't just see it again. I know some managers will have iPads and such that they can actually roll it back and watch it again. I'm not on that technology front. That's what we're going with. But we do have some time to kill as we kind of just zip through March for some reason. I don't know why there's this 2-week break, but we will definitely take it because we need to get our legs back. We are starting games well and completely dropping up. Well, actually, we're not even starting well. We're being clinical at the start, and then we're just completely dropping off and running out of any type of energy, and then the other team just scores a boatload. So we definitely need to turn around something. And I think a break is the best thing we're going to get. But so far, bottling it is the perfect title. 2-0 up against Cambridge at half-time to lose 3-2. 1-0 up against Port Vale, end up drawing 1-1. am apparently clairvoyant. I know what is coming. Or I've just played too many football managers at this point. When is movement tape? We don't know. So please. Oh my goodness. Really? I really think Callum Doyle just doesn't want to play for us. I'm starting to think that he really just does not want to play for this team. If he doesn't want to play, he should just tell me. He doesn't have to pretend to be ill. And just let me know you don't want to play. He's like walked in, he's like, "Oh boss, I'm so ill, I need 2 weeks off." And we've apparently our medical team have just accepted that. They're like, "Oh yeah, okay." We were impressed enough with his acting. They're like, "Yeah, sure. Have 2 weeks off." So we're now heading into the very clinical part of the season. 8 points clear of Scunthorpe in fourth, but we have to play them. We have to play Bolton, who are third, and I think they are 5 points behind us right now. We play Swindon, who are 11 points clear at the top, and we play Notts County, who are 6th. Our other 2 games are Tranmere and Oldham, who are mid to lower table. But we are not in form right now. That 16-game run without a loss has very much vanished. And we still have a lot to do. Normally, you'd think 8 points, 6 games, should be pretty comfortable. No, not at all. Not at all. Thing is, it could have been 13. If we didn't bottle the last 2 games, we can make it 13. In fact, we bottled the Carlisle game too. Could have made it 16. We'd already be up. We'd be challenging Swindon for the title. We'd practically be promoted already. But no, we chose bottle job. We looked at the easy path, and then we looked down the path with the spikes, the swinging axes, the firing arrows, and we went, let's go down that one. That one looks fun. I don't think it's fun. I quite like to walk down the easy path, but apparently I've had to follow the players down the terrifyingly dangerous one. And they've gone skipping down there, being shot down every 5 seconds. Graham Cooper is apparently our best trainer right now. Make of that as you will. Reason I started, anyone joining who is aware that I normally start streaming at 2, started streaming at 1:30 today because I'm ending the stream a little bit earlier, about 4 o'clock. So rather than sort of doing 2 till 4:30, I'm doing 1:30 till 4. If you've missed the first 2 games, welcome to Bottle Job FC. We were 2-0 up at half-time against Cambridge, and we ended up losing 3-2. And we were 1-0 up against Port Vale, and Connor Thomas, our midfielder, proceeded to hand one of their midfielders the ball, who then played one straight through ball and they scored, and we drew 1-1. So as you can see, bottling it. 6 games to go, and we have to play 4 of the top 6 in the league. Bearing in mind we are one of the top 6 as well. The only team we've already played twice is Accrington. So we're in for a ride. We may well have a playoff stream at some point. Possibly tomorrow. I don't think we'll be able to finish the season today. I think we'll be pretty close to it. So tomorrow's stream will most likely be finish the season, and then if we end up in the playoffs, then it will be the playoffs as well. And if we end up playing the last however many games and we end up actually getting automatic promotion, then we'll just sort of run through some post-season things, really. And we'll try and come up with a plan for what we're going to try and do in League One. Should that happen. Which I'll still say is not looking good right now. Even though we're 8 points clear of 4th. It sounds so horribly pessimistic, but I've just had so many seasons that have gone this exact same way. Where by the end of the season, you just cannot win a game. And especially when it decides to throw so many teams at the top of the table at you. It doesn't fill you with much optimism. But you never know. If we can pull out a result against Scunthorpe, then we start looking good. So, Carlisle was supposed to play Forest Green. Wait, that game's already been postponed once. It's been postponed again. Actually, I just realised we're not even really looking at Notts County. Oh, actually, now we're playing 4 of the top 5. And we're one of the 5. Oh my goodness me. I mean, that is an ending to the season. How has it done that? It is basically between us, Bolton and Scunthorpe. I can't see Notts County catching. Oh, that was last week's game. Oh, of course, because, there was supposed to be that Carlisle Forest Green game and it didn't happen. Got confused when all that came up then. Yes, for anyone who missed the Port Vale game, there it is, 1-1 draw. Chapman gave us the lead, Spiro equalised for them. And then nothing happened after that. So, you didn't miss too much. Wrexham were very close to being down. Although they recovered it a little bit, but 20 points. Again, Exeter 28. It was pretty easy to stay up this season. Manchester City and Chelsea through in the FA Cup quarterfinals, through to the semis. Going to Wembley. They're so used to going to Wembley, I don't even think it's not even an event for them anymore, is it? Also, here's the real life talk. Leicester City, top of the Premier League. We're back. If you don't know, I am a Leicester fan. Great win over Chelsea last night. Chelsea looked lacklustre to say the least. Granted, you had a penalty overturned to a free kick that we then immediately got the second goal from. Also, Werner having a goal disallowed for offside. That was hardly offside. It was one of those minute ones. He is off, but it's so minute that there's no way a linesman sees that. So we were very much aided by VAR. Not for the first time. We do like a bit of VAR. Even though I think it's a completely useless system, it has very much aided Leicester, so I'm not complaining. But we are slowly processing our way through this 2-week gap. Some more FA Cup action. Bristol City are actually in the quarterfinals. So again, well, actually, no, I was about to say again the team we've gone out to. No, we didn't go out to Bristol City. We went out to Guiseley, who then played Bristol City. So, make of that as you will. Can Bristol City get to Wembley? See, now, that would be an event for them. That would be a spectacle for them. The Aston Villa is definitely one of the easier games they could have got in the draw. I should potentially be getting the Continental B badge pretty soon. Here's hoping anyway. Should be getting that about May, I think. I'm really hoping the youth intake also does actually happen in this video, else the title's going to be really awkward. When I have to say, oh, actually, it wasn't here. Under 18s get a good win. Good to see Toby Kempster is doing relatively well. Forest into the FA Cup semi-finals. And again, they were only playing Middlesbrough. And the NFL jump, the NFL news, Philip Rivers has retired. Philip Rivers has announced retirement. Rivers is gone. It doesn't surprise me. He's been around for 17 years in the league. But it's a shame. It's a shame he never won a ring. He never won a Super Bowl, which is almost crazy to me. He had such a good career and never won a Super Bowl. Like, all the quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, like most of that group have won Super Bowls. Not him. Rivers was the one that missed out. I suppose when you look at it, someone probably was going to miss out, but Phillip Rivers misses out on a ring, goes into retirement. You can tell this is a long in-game 2 weeks. Also, the fact that the only message I ever get in chat is that same fake message of whatever italic text that is. I've definitely deleted that message at least 5 times, and it's been from a different account every time. Like, they need to just stop. Oh. Netherlands will be alright. I thought we were going to have to call on Patterson again to sit on the bench. But we should be alright. My players are still tired after this 2-week break. This might be where some of the age of our players is actually hurting us. And that they're the ones that are running out of gas. They're the ones that are running out of energy during matches. Northampton with a very late season hiring. When is youth intake? I know I keep saying it, but when is it? I thought it was March. We seem to be getting towards the back end of March, and it has not happened. Imagine if we just don't get one. They just forget to bring them in. They're just like, what? Oh. Yeah, sorry about that. Only 4 days away now. We ought to get in there. A 2-week gap in the EFL. Well, in League 1 and League 2. A 2-week gap is very rare. The bottle job continues. To be fair, can this really be described as a bottle job? Because, like, if you play like a bunch of mid-table, lower-table teams and you lose and you drop out, then that's a bottle job. But if you're literally playing every single team around you in the league, does that count? I don't know if that does count. Like, it feels a little harsh. Quite how the league has worked out that we'd be playing the entire top 5 at the end of the season. I don't know how it's managed to do that. And I do realise I'm kind of going over the same things a lot of the time, but when you're trying to fill the gap of a 2-week space and nobody's watching, but you want to keep talking because if somebody does come along, then you want to be talking so they know you're there, you end up talking about the same things a lot. So whilst I appreciate anyone who is viewing, if you do want to jump in the chat, if you do have something to say, please do. And so is this not that same message of want to be famous? It's like, no. Please don't be a fake account putting that message in. Because that'd be quite nice to actually see a genuine message from an actual person. It's a long process. I get that I've only been doing streaming for a week and a half. I get that I'm not going to be famous. Thank you. I'm a guy with a terrible mic streaming Football Manager whilst just mostly rambling. I know I'm not famous, thank you. As I still wait for my youth intake. I think they're just not showing up this year. I think we literally, if we win the Scunthorpe game, I'd be willing to say that we've done it. Because it would have to take a hell of a run from Scunthorpe to catch us. And Bolton would have to do a reasonable amount as well. Not so much, but they would still need to do reasonably well. So I think it could really pivot on this game. I know there's still 5 more after this. And we're still playing 3 of the top teams in those 5. But if we can get an 11-point cushion with 15 points left, it looks good. But if we lose, and it's then only a 5-point cushion with 5 to go, you look at those 3 other games and you think the odds of us getting something from them are not great. So, yeah, I think this is the one. This is the kind of pivot game. This is potentially the big one. To be fair, I'd also like to point out, had the new setup on corners for the Port Vale game. We did not concede from a corner. So, positive. There you go. There's something to take from the game. We didn't concede from a corner. It's about the happiest thing we can take from that. Wow, they want Toes arrested. Good crowd expected. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That means it's a big game. Do any of my players like big games? Probably not. Or do any of my players not crumble in big games? Probably not. But I guess we're going to find out. There's a gap after this Scunthorpe game as well. It's like they got to the last 6 and realised it was only early March, and they were like, hang on, we got to spread this out. Nick Zanev, a goalkeeper. New Zealand goalkeeper. Ooh. Probably not. Delfonso's transfer listed. Oh, he's not re-signing with them, is he? We feel invigorated. Yes. I hope we do anyway. Because if we don't, we're in trouble. Well, Chris Hussey's back then. Freestone is ill. Oh, Bolton are the Friday game. Okay. So we get to know how Bolton have done. I would imagine they should win. They only draw. Okay. Thank you, James Tilley. Good man. That's good to know. And that's a good result as well. So English. We can be pretty pleased with that one. It's not a loss, but it's only a draw. So that brings them within 4? Yeah, 4. Yeah, there you go, 76. That brings them within 4, but they've only got 5 games left. So no matter what, we're going to have 4 points on them, even if we lose this one, and we'd still have 5 on Scunthorpe. We're not playing that Saturday either. What are these gaps? These gaps are strange. This is going to be a long stream with not a lot of matches. Very odd. And then we actually get to the day of the game, and the processing decides to take the longest it's taken out of any of the days. Okay, thank you. That is ideal. Is it because it's 2022? No, because the World Cup's not till November, and that wouldn't affect League 2. I don't know why the schedule's worked out like this. But we've had a 2-week gap there, and then we've got another 2-week gap, potentially, or a week and a half. I don't know why it's worked like that. And I do find that a little bit odd. But I think if it's going to benefit anyone, it's going to benefit us. Because we're going to get our legs back. Because we were running out of energy fast. I do feel like that's where having the older players is a bad thing. They start to run out of energy. I'm almost upset. I know it's one mistake, but it's at that point where it's like, why did I give Connor Thomas a new contract when he makes a mistake like that? It's like it's one mistake. Chill. He's scored winners in games. Like, chill. Our under-18s get a nice 4-1 win over Northampton. Well done, lads. As I mentioned before, I will start to actually work with them a lot more next season when we have our own kind of crop of players. Freestone's ill, so he's out. Do we play Hassana over Long? Don't know. Plus he's down to 2-star. Let's bring Sercombe back in. I think we're going to try and take it to them. That might be a mistake. We are going to try and take it to them. Because we have been getting early goals. Or we actually have flipped. Most of the season we've been a second half team, but we've now decided to be a first half team and be absolutely terrible in the second half. So this is a rather big game. To put it mildly, this is a big game. And we have an early throw, which they've cleared away. They have nobody up front. We'll use that space. Simon's with the ball, and Jane puts us 1-0 up. Again, an early goal. We are liking early goals right now. 2 minutes in, 1-0. Jane gets his 21st. Now, can we try and just possess the ball and keep them out? Please. I would just love the game to just sim from here and end. But that's not going to happen. Nope, because here comes Scunthorpe. I mean, Hussey, Chris, he's recovered. Okay, fair play to him. He got outpaced, but he did recover. Though I'm slightly concerned what he's about to do here. I'm concerned at what any of us are about to do right here. Tony, you've got the space. I think you went a bit the wrong way there, but okay. Surely this isn't going to work. No, Chapman loses the ball. Ah, we're doing it again. We just keep losing the ball in such silly situations. We just keep giving it away. What a ball that is. I mean, we are seeing some world-class passes against us recently. Simon's free kick. Headed away, and they've got nobody there again. Plus he sends it back. Lloyd's onside. Sercombe, it's hit people, and it's in! I shouldn't get too excited. George Lloyd, with his 21st of the season, I shouldn't get too excited. We were 2-0 up against Cambridge, and we lost. And we were 2-0 up later in that game than this. So, let's not get too excited, shall we? Let's stay calm. This is probably going to go wrong. The stream is called Bottling It for a reason. But we get to half-time again. Now, this is where, in the second half against Cambridge, we folded. We completely folded in on ourselves. They're going more attacking. Is it a risk to stay positive right now? Is this a risk? That's not good. I mean, it's better than a Scunthorpe highlight. Oh, it's a corner. I thought I'd solved this. Oh, wide. We're still bad at corners. We're still bad. Okay, good to know. Tozer's getting in the way of shots. Goodness me. Sercombe's complacent, so I'm going to bring on Thomas. We're getting panicky. We're getting panicky. They're having a lot of shots, but nothing really on target. Oh. There we go. Almost broke the game there. I mean, if it was going to be anybody, it was going to be the two forwards. It was going to be the two lads up front. And I mean, if Scunthorpe get a goal here, which they might do because we just haven't done anything, what a finish for your first goal. Sam Gleedle. 6 minutes! Oh, no! This game hates me. Why? Why is it going to do this? Oh, my God. I have no explanation. If they go and win, this might be a stream ender right here. I can't believe this. Oh my goodness. They just hit the post. They actually just hit the post. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's still 8. It is still 8 points. But they just scored in the 96th minute and then nearly won it in the 96th minute. They got the first in the 86th. Matty Blair's out for the season. And now we've got to wait 2 weeks to play the absolute runaway title winners. We're into the playoffs, but this is getting ridiculous. We have bottled 4 of our last 6 games. We have been in the lead of all 4 of them. 2 of them by 2 goals. And we've picked up 2 points. This is why this game is just so infuriating. If that last chance had have gone in and they'd have won 3-2 and scored in the 96th and 97th minute, oh my word! I think I'd have ended the stream. I think I'd have been done. I would have just fully ended it there. I think I'll be streaming a different game tomorrow if that happened. It's because I went off positive, wasn't it? I came off positive. And that happened. I don't know. Yeah. We should be up by now. This should be done. Us and Swindon, this match should be for the title right now. And instead, we are absolutely bottling promotion by just continuously throwing every single game away. Like, the AI is just making every perfect change in the second half to play exactly against our formation or whatever style we're on at the time. It feels like the AI is just picking the perfect things to change. And hey, I mean, they didn't score from the corner. Oh, Doyle's back from his mystery illness. Then again, Freestone decided he couldn't be bothered to play and went and ate something dodgy. Because we now get another period of time with no game. We could go from 16 without losing to 8 without winning at the end of the season. The turnaround in form that this game just throws at you is incredible. Like, how quickly it will turn your team from invincible to Sheffield United is incredible. It makes literally no sense. This has definitely been the most animated stream so far. Of me just fuming. But when it gets to this stage of the season and these things are happening, it's annoying. It seems to happen every single time. Like, every Football Manager, I get to the end of a season and I just cannot win a game. Cannot buy a win. I don't know why. It just decides. But this is potentially even worse because it keeps giving me the hope. It lets us 2-0 up, 1-0 up. It gives us that hope. And I mean, that one was crushing. 86th minute, we were 2-0 up, and we almost lost. We nearly lost the game. They hit the post in the 97th minute. The problem was that was Matty Blair's injury that caused the added time. So, without meaning to, considering he broke his ribs, Matty Blair cost us 2 points. He almost cost us 3. Even though he didn't mean it, it wasn't like he was on the pitch assisting the other team, but that added time was only there because he got injured. So rather unfortunately for him, he kind of gets I say he gets the blame. The 11 players on the pitch get the blame for whatever they were doing in that last minute. They just stopped. I think they must have heard a whistle from somewhere. Thought the game was over. It felt like they all just walked off. Of course, the temptation when things like this start happening is, do you start fiddling and changing formations and doing all that kind of stuff? You start changing things round? Or do you say, we've been this good for this long, this is just a blip, we'll get it back? And I don't know. I feel like I've changed things correctly and the game's just powered straight through us. So it's difficult really to know what to actually do. At least we have this time in between games to just kind of potentially try and figure something out. I mean, Swindon, forget it. They are just ridiculous. First time we played them, they ripped us apart. So I'm expecting to get absolutely battered, which is fine. So we just ignore that game. We're going to get destroyed. Callum Doyle is actually the top name in youth players set to be released. When that says wants to commit future to the club, does that mean us? $1.6 million. Okay. Well, there we go then. Callum Doyle's on his way in. If anything, for the money. Oh, Carlisle and Forest Green are finally playing. They're finally getting their game in at the third attempt. Are Wrexham not actually down yet? Oh, they are barely hanging on. Barely. 14 points adrift, 15 points available. They are hanging on for dear life. Bradford in fifth have actually only lost 7 games. And then you look at their wins and you realise, oh yeah, they just play 0-0s. They must have had a lot of 0-0s. 0-0 Swindon, 0-0 Port Vale, 0-0 us, 0-0 Northampton, 0-0 Southend, 0-0 Accrington. Bradford are the most defensive team I've ever seen. Like, they just don't do anything. But it works. Because if they score 1... then good luck. Have fun trying to break that Bradford team down. Which is why I don't want to make the playoffs, because I don't want to be in the playoffs. I'd rather we just got promoted. Duh. But if we end up in the playoffs and we have to play Bradford, that's just not going to be a fun time. It feels like the game is literally setting up that match against Bolton is going to be for everything. It feels like the game is setting that up. can't just give us like a convincing end to the season. We have to have a really awkward ending where we just keep throwing away leads continuously. I'm still not over that Scunthorpe game. I'm still not over it. That was ridiculous. They did nothing for 86 minutes and then turned into Bayern Munich. Like, what are you supposed to do in that scenario? I mean, technically, we can still win the league. We'd have to win every game, and Swindon would have to pretty much lose every game, but, you know, could still happen. Where is youth intake? I swear it's March, and yet we're about to go into April. So what's happened there? Have I skipped it? I'm pretty sure I didn't go past it when I was doing the off-stream stuff to get to the Cambridge game. I'm pretty sure I didn't skip it. Nothing's come up about a game either. But I thought the intake was normally March. So now I'm confused. Now I'm thinking I've completely mistitled my stream. Like, oh, I'm dumb. Every year literally says that in April. I can read. This is fine. Oh no. We're having a bad one. It's a bad one today. It's just a bad one on the brain. It's just a bad time. We're just having a bad time at the moment. We're losing the plot. I mean, please for my sanity, if you're watching, please do follow. I need all the help I can get right now. It's all going wrong. Well, at least we know now the lot. It's April. I'm just stupid. The one Circum gone. Oh. Potential takeover's been squashed for now. I'll do staff contracts off stream. People don't want to be really looking at that unless you have a particularly strong opinion about any of our staff members, then do let me know. But I'll do all that off stream. I'll decide who can stay and who probably isn't good enough. I'll also do that with players as well, but that'll come more on stream because obviously the players are a little bit more important than backroom staff. So we'll do the players stuff more on stream, but staff will sort out outside of stream really. I would say this has been a quiet stream because of how few games we've had, but it's mostly been me being quite angry. So it's not quiet's not the right word. It's been a frustrating one because we play a game, we completely bottle it, and then I'm sat here simming through 2 weeks going, just get me to my next game. Oh dear. I definitely sound insane, don't I? Like, I'm sat here, mostly shouting at a game to potentially 0 viewers. That might be the definition of insanity. This is just a director. So that's not my problem. Happy April Fools, everyone. Put your little April Fool's tricks out there. Only in the morning, though. And that is a thing. April Fool's is only the morning. If you do an April Fool's on April 1st after the morning, you're the fool. That's how that works. I don't know whether this one just feels like it's taking longer to get to the next game or if it's just because I'm annoyed. Xavier Simons is second in Young Player of the Month. I mean, he's been up there 3 or 4 times now in a row. So he's definitely proving to be a very top player for us. I wonder if I can offer him a contract now. So we managed to get one to Doyle. So I'm wondering if we can get one to Simons. Possibly Jane as well. I'm not sure if Jane has another year on his deal still with Bristol City. I don't know. I'm going to find out. Do I? Well, do I even want to play Swindon? Is this one I sent my assistant manager to do? I'm just like, no, you do it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to get battered by Swindon again. They've only lost once all season, which is insane. Especially in a division like League 2, that's such a difficult league. And to lose only once is bonkers. I don't care if Sergio Ramos has got another year at Real Madrid. I'm at Cheltenham. I don't think that really affects me. Why is April 1st taking so long? Apparently you've got a very long time to get your April Fool's jokes in. you can just have a while with this. Take your time. Actually, no, we're in the evening. You can't. I'm still on an A+, and everyone's still happy, despite us really bottling this. I say that, we're still 8 points clear. It's still 8. Which I don't really know how, but I'll take it. But this is a worrying sign that if we do happen to get promoted, we're probably going to get destroyed in League One. Why is there one game? Why are just Accrington and Oldham randomly playing each other? Don't quite understand that one, but whatever. You do you. Oh my goodness. I don't like these 2 weeks between matches. Can we get on with it? The players are out of energy anyway. We've got a 2-week break and we ran out of energy by the 85th minute. Can we just play? Might as well just keep playing. Still don't understand the Twitch viewers list. Apologies for the long processing again. I don't know why it's taking this long right now. Again, once this season's over, a few divisions are being removed, so I'm hoping that will speed it up a little bit. Accrington are randomly playing now. Could not tell you why. They just decided that they are. I like that we're doing a match practice. We're like, oh, we don't have a match. We don't have a match. Let's play a match anyway. Probably a decent idea, actually. Wow. Okay. Accrington, what has happened to them? I'm actually worried because we still have to play Oldham. And if they're getting on a run like this, they are getting very good results. I mean, they've drawn with Bolton and they've just absolutely hammered Accrington 4-0. So now they're a concern on top of the other 3 top teams that we've got to play. Great. I'm just hoping that Scunthorpe and Bolton have got to play some of the top teams as well. Because if we're having to play them all, then hopefully they're having to play them all too. In which case, if they can kind of just trade points between themselves, then we'll be okay. If they can kind of draw, we'll be all right. But I don't quite trust that that's what's going to happen. Here it is. We were not lied to. Here is the youth intake. It's terrible. We have this boy, Toby Suka. Shuka? As in like the Croatian striker? Shuka? Okay. Really good determination. Really good natural fitness. Everything else, I mean, his finishing is good, and his off the ball is reasonable. He's also 6'2", which is quite nice. Other than that, oh great. We have a 1-star, Roy Maddison. Attacking midfielder. Better as a winger, apparently, but I'm not sure I agree with that. He's got good pace. We've got a Swedish player for some reason. He's Swedish Palestinian English. What? That's a bit wild, but okay. Wasim Salah. He doesn't look bad either, actually. Good determination again. I actually don't think he looks too bad. Wasim Salah, okay. Jeremiah Walton's the fullback that we were told about. He's okay. He's got reasonable... He's reasonable. Unambitious, though. And then an Australian midfielder, Dean Lynch. Actually, Dean Lynch looks pretty good. Is it just me who thinks he actually looks pretty good? His off the ball is shocking. I've seen where he falls down. Get it? Vision. I've seen where he falls down. 2 vision. 2. That is terrible. Right then. Well, it turns out we got all excited for our youth candidates for seemingly no reason. They are not good. Oh well. I think the biggest hope for me is that Swedish centre-back. I mean, to be Swedish, Palestinian and English is extremely impressive. And to have ended up at Cheltenham, of all teams, you end up at Cheltenham. I don't know what's gone on there. I do like, though, that in this year's game, they've been a bit more creative with the kind of youth intake. That not everyone is just an English guy. Like that we get the Australian and we get that Swedish guy. Because not everyone living in England is English. Not everyone living in England is good at football. So, it is nice to have the sort of mix of nationalities. That is a bit of a weird one, though. Swedish, Palestinian, English. I think we're almost going to have to pin our hopes on him, really. As we get the Papa John's Trophy final, which the Manchester United under-23s will win, because I'm pretty sure they win it every year. Or it feels like they win it every year anyway. Can Ipswich stun them? I mean, we got a draw with Ipswich, come on. In fact, hang on, we played Ipswich in this competition, actually. So there you go. Team we've played in this competition have actually made the final. They're welcome. Oh my goodness me. Wow. Yeah, it happened again. Man United under 23s win the Papa John's Trophy because they win it pretty much every year because their under 23s are incredible compared to League 1 and League 2 and the other under 23 teams. I don't know why they even hold that competition, to be honest, because it might as well just be awarded to Man United from the start. Our under 18s get a 5-0 win, but they've got to play in 2 days' time against the youth candidates, and then they have to play 4 days later in a league game. So we've slightly misorganised that one. Probably should have cancelled that friendly with Gloucester. At least we should have got some decent rotation from that game. I don't know why I'm surprised by it. Well, I'm not surprised, but I don't know why I expected to get a good youth player. Like, our facilities are basic. Why would we get some absolute amazing youth player when our facilities are not there? This is taking a good amount of time. Again. This is going to feel like a long stream. I apologise. I don't know why there are 2 weeks between every single game at the moment. But once we get through this one, tomorrow we'll have the end of season and potentially playoffs if we need them. I mean, it feels scripted. It feels so scripted. Why is it got to injure George Lloyd? Why? Why now? Oh my goodness me. Okay. Okay, game. This stream has just been pain. If you ever wanted to see what pain sounded like, I said see what pain sounded like. That makes no sense. If you ever wanted to hear what pain sounds like, this is it. This is pain in a nutshell. And we are just having an absolutely shocking time right now. Let's see how the youth candidates get on against the under-18s, and we'll see who will actually sign out of them. We'll get the striker, we'll get the full-back, we'll get the centre-back. We'll get the Australian centre-mid, even though he might be blind. Like, he genuinely might not have eyes. Like, has anyone checked? Now, is he just going to show up to this game with like a, I don't know, nah. I'm not going to go any further with that. Might be a bit insensitive. So, we're not going to go any further with that. But yes, his vision is very low. And by very low, I mean 2. We'll see how the youth squad does. I think they probably win. Under 18s isn't that good. It's okay. It's nothing special. There's nobody special in there. It's kind of like just take over a game kind of thing. We haven't got that type of player. I know I'm repeating myself quite a lot, but this stream is a little bit more difficult because, for reasons, the game decided to put 2-week gaps between all our matches at the moment. And again, when nobody's really watching and there's not anyone to interact with, it's a bit awkward. The youth candidates win 3-2. Suka actually scores twice. Derek Wrigley gets the other one. Saleh plays a 7.1. Actually, a goalkeeper who played well. Kamoy O'Keefe. I mean, it's interesting that it's only saying to sign 3 of them. We want them full time. We want them on wage. We want them playing. I don't even know if this is the right contract to do. Normally somebody just signs them. I'm confused as to why we're doing it like this, but I don't trust my director of football. I think he's an idiot. O'Keefe's got 0 potential whatsoever. I mean, we'll keep him just to have somebody here, but... We'll just give him a youth contract, though. We'll give Wrigley a contract because he scored. Let's do that. Cunningham played a 7. Yeah, we'll give him 1. We are going to be getting rid of a lot of our youth players, so we are going to have space. I'm pretty sure Roy Maddison was the guy that was being talked about as the cam. I'm pretty sure it was him. Other than that... Oh wait, there's Walton, isn't there? We'll give Walton a chance. Brian, no. Addy Hopkinson, we'll give him a chance. Dean Lynch played terribly. Worrying that he played so bad. Whereas this man apparently played well. Andreas Kosmas from Cyprus played well. Incredible determination. Go on. I don't see anything in the future, but I just want to pad out the team, really. Dominic Juncker came on. He's terrible. Andy Harris, terrible. He's very aggressive and very determined. But he's not going to get anywhere. John Flower and Andre McKinney. That'll do for that. So we are signing a good chunk of the youth candidates. I don't really see any of them becoming anything in this series, really, unfortunately. Considering one of the main goals of this was to try and have the youth players actually become good. I think giving those 3 full-time deals will at least allow them to train a lot more. I think I was just supposed to give them youth contracts, so I think I slightly messed up there. But this is fine. They're on the same amount anyway. No concerns. They're on the same amount of money as everybody else. And we have money, so this is fine. We're going to be getting rid of a lot of our youth players anyway. The ones that are kind of 18 already. As we are going to complete the signing of Callum Doyle. Not on a whole lot of money either. Simons is going to the MLS. Didn't tell me that one. He's going to join Minnesota in the MLS. Are you joking? Jane has another year on his Bristol City contract. Why is Simons going to the MLS? What is he doing? Killing his career is what he's doing. MLS. The MLS. Oh, what is he doing? Oh well. I don't know when that happened. That must have happened very recently. And the game just sort of neglected to tell me. He's going to be joining halfway through the season over there. Just don't know whether he's going to get assigned to one of the sort of youth setups. We should get the Swindon game done. And then that's potentially where the stream will end. We'll have 4 games left on the season. So we'll have only got 4 done today. But there have been giant gaps in the season. I don't have an explanation for that. I don't know why they sort of crammed in 40 games and then went, you can have 2 games in about 5 weeks. It's bizarre, but there we go. We get Doyle on a 2-year deal. That will go through on the 9th of June. He was the top youth player being released, so we can but hope. He hasn't really played for us, unfortunately, because of multiple injuries. But my goodness, if we can get 1.6 million for him, which is his release clause, If we could get that amount, that would be incredible. League 2 clubs do not often see 1.6 million thrown at them. We can but hope. Please chuck all of your money at us. We're nearly there. We are getting there. It has been a slow grind today. It's been an annoying grind today. Whole team meeting. Oh, no, no, no. These never go well. Title chances? I don't think so. Oh, I don't know what to say. Bottom, why have I done this? Why have I done this? I've made a huge mistake here. What am I doing? What am I actually doing? Graham Cooper's let down. Everyone else is happy. Graham, I don't care. I will take those reactions and run. As we get 3 of the youth players signing contracts. I will happily take those reactions. Oh, don't tell me who they're playing, though. Oh, Southend. Oh, they're going to win that one. Ooh, what's our relationship like with Adrian Whitbread? It's good. Who do I think will win it? Swindon. Swindon are winning it. you seen how far clear they are? They are not messing that up. They can literally win the title in this game. I think a draw wins them the title, let alone a win. Some more youth contracts. Look at that. You can see the Friday game. That's Easter. That is Easter right there. Tranmere 17th. That has to be the one. That and Oldham, no question we have to win. I keep saying that, and then we don't win. So, yeah, great. Processing times in this game are just so random. They actually make no sense. I don't get it, but whatever. There are a couple more youth candidates, and Toby Suka scores on debut. O'Keefe was in goal, Walton was at right back, Hopkinson was at left back, Flower actually played. He's not hanging around. Wait, did he? No, he's going. Lynch played, Cosmos played, Junker actually played as well. Suka. Quite a few of them played actually. Saleh didn't. And we are finally here. My hopes for this game are very, very low. I see absolutely nothing positive coming from this game, and we are suffering from 57 million injuries again. But you never know. The game's done weirder things. How is Freestone, like, still struggling? is he still struggling? What is wrong with you? I've absolutely zero expectations in this game. Swindon are champions-elect. We need to hope that Scunthorpe and Bolton make mistakes. If we even get vaguely close in this game, I'll be stunned. We got destroyed by Swindon 3-0 first time. They bagged 3 goals in a 15-minute span. Oh, look how happy they all are. They're all like, yeah, we're winning the league, woo! They're having a great time. We've still actually had more of the ball, which is surprising. And Freestone is not feeling good. Somehow already. Man, you've been... What is wrong with him? Tight groin. You don't get a tight groin from food poisoning. I was about to say, extremely quiet first half. There is a late highlight. Go long. I say go long when we're literally on play it short. That's a great ball from Sercombe. Kalala's got good dribbling. Oh, hang on. Oh, mistake from them, and Sercombe just panics and hits the ball. That's okay. I'm alright with that. It's a good first half. Honestly, keep it up. Get them happy. We're doing good. Nothing seems to be happening anywhere. Which again, I'm pretty fine with. Can I demand more without them hating me? Simon's free kick. He's onside! Ellis Chapman! He's really stepping up. He's one of the very few players that isn't just melting under the pressure. Ellis Chapman makes it 1-0. And that's a second half goal. That is rare for us. We do not score much in the second half. I mean, Freestone's got a bad groin. I made a mistake here. I made a big mistake in not putting Hussey on the bench. That is my bad. I've made a massive error there. The strikers really aren't playing very well. Graham Cooper is going to come on in an incredibly important game. And we're about to bottle it. Not again. Oh, good block. Go on, lads. Go on, Cooper. Here's Graham, the little lad. What's he got? He's got a good ball in, is what he's got. He's got an assist, is what he's got. Graham Cooper has an assist. Swindon Town, 32 games unbeaten. I mean, this is potentially huge. Adai's going to replace the goal scorer. We're going to swap them round. I mean, we're coming forward again. Hassana, I don't really want you up there, mate. Tozer's even stepped up. We've got the space. Jane to Cooper. Have a go, Graham. He does. It's blocked. You can end the highlight there. This is fine. I mean, to say we've put the battlers out, I think we've put the battlers out for this game. These are the lads that won it. This has been an amazing performance out of absolutely nowhere. I mean, that is an incredible result. And that's to the point where it doesn't matter what Scunthorpe and Bolton have done. That's absolutely incredible. That is our game of the season right there. We've had some good performances. That is our best of the season. But it almost looked like Swindon weren't trying. I don't know what happened with them. I think they sort of just came to defend. I don't know what happened there. They came with a wrong mindset or something. Scunthorpe draw 0-0. And I think Bolton might have lost. They did. Bolton lost to Southend. It's 10 points with only 12 available. We're almost there. I said the Scunthorpe game was going to be the important one. It turns out, might be the Swindon one. I don't know whether we just play that well, or if Swindon just had an absolute off day. I think it was a bit of both. Wrexham have finally been relegated officially. Accrington reviving their playoff push. And Exeter, I really thought Exeter were going to come back. I'm surprised what's happened there. I really thought they were going to come back this season. It doesn't look like it's going to happen though. But we are now one game away. And potentially, we don't even have to win. Because Scunthorpe are going to have to pretty much win out from here. We can confirm it in the Tranmere game. But we have struggled away from home recently. We are really starting to struggle away from home. Maybe we aren't bottling it. Who knew? That was a new gate receipts record. £95,000. When was the last time Cheltenham were in League One? I feel like I remember them being like nearly a championship team at points. I think that was about the 2000s or something. Cheltenham have been very, very up and down. They've been non-league. They've been all over the place, really. Okay, they haven't been in the same tier. Last time they were in League One was 2008-9. And they spent one season in the National League in 2015-16, but immediately won the title. That's hard to do. That's impressive, to just immediately win. Obviously, in real life, they were in the playoffs in 2019-20 and lost to Northampton, I believe. I think they completely bottled a 2-0 lead, was it? I think they bottled a 2-0 lead to Northampton and ended up losing in the playoff semi-final. Obviously, first in-game season, we simmed and they had a really bad year. Their manager was sacked at the end of it. And we've stepped in, and we are one game away from taking them back to League One for the first time in 13 years. We are going to be bringing this stream to an end. It has been a bit of a weird one, just because of how long there's been in between games. I don't know why there was such a long time in between games. I think off stream I'll get us up to the Tranmere game. I may potentially have a look in the under-18s and just figure out what's going on there. But tomorrow we will hopefully be confirming promotion. So you can see here, we're on 84. We can still technically win the title. We would need a miracle for that. So I don't see that happening. But more importantly, we have the same gap back to 4th. The lowest we can finish is 4th. And we are 1 win away from confirming promotion. So make sure, let's be there tomorrow. It should be a 2 o'clock start rather than 1:30. That was just today. Should be a 2 o'clock stream. And hopefully we will be confirming promotion. Surely. Surely, please.